Hello and welcome to the workshop. Appreciate you stopping by. Today's video is sponsored by StockX. So before we jump into the sneakers, which I love by the way, shouts to them. It kind of goes without saying, if you're into sneakers, you've probably at least heard of StockX. It's where I prefer to buy and sell sneakers. If you scan back through our video history here on the channel, you'll see that's been my opinion for quite a while now. A few years ago, I sold basically every unworn sneaker I owned on StockX. And more recently, I've found and bought some of my sneaker grails. The Kobe 6 Grinch, RIP to the Mamba, the New Balance 999 Kennedy, some of my favorite sneakers of all time. And I think that's something I really like about StockX. The way it's set up, from the layout to just the structure of everything, it makes finding the sneakers and more importantly, finding the deals a lot easier. You can filter searches for under retail, you can track sneakers, maybe a pair you want, but you're waiting until that price dips or drops enough into that range that you're comfortable with, and then you swoop in like an eagle over a river at lunchtime. Big old trout in his mouth. So if you are not familiar with StockX, we will put a link in the description of this video, make it easy for you, and you can go check them out. Now with that said, this is a pair of sneakers that I bought on StockX recently, and now they are here. So Buckets, do the honor, sir. Give us a drum roll. Brrr, bang, bang, the Air Jordan 4 KAWS. So these originally released back in 2017 and retail was $350, which is definitely a pretty hefty retail price for a Jordan 4. But the resale prices on them have just basically climbed and climbed and climbed. And rightfully so, in my opinion. It is a masterful collaboration between Jordan Brand and one of the dopest artists out there. I don't need to give a whole KAWS history spiel. The guy is a legend, and I think the sneaker reflects that. Now, it's a pair that I actually did own before. And I did sell them, full disclosure. And it was one of the 5 or 10 pairs that I regretted getting rid of. And I did have to pay quite a bit more to get them back. Sometimes that's the way it goes. But I wanted to do it now before it was just way too out of reach. I had to do it now. It's a sneaker I love. It's also the most money I've ever spent on a pair of Jordan sneakers, believe it or not. Value-wise, it's the most expensive Jordan sneaker in my entire collection right now. So this was not an impulse buy. It wasn't a purchase just on a whim. The Jordan 4 is one of my favorite retro models in general. Actually, it's Buckets, who is behind the camera. It's his favorite Jordan model. So actually, I'm gonna have to keep a pretty close eye on him. If you know Buckets, you know he's a little bit of a sneaker thief. Buckets, am I gonna have to keep my eye on you? Are you going to attempt to steal this sneaker from me?
FIF.
Fifth, I plead the fifth. That means yes, that means he definitely is, but I can't blame him. They're fire. 38 fire emojis without question. Obviously, it's an all gray sneaker, monochromatic tings, but the details and the quality, I think that's what makes it a really dope sneaker. The different textures and materials, you got a shorter suede, then more of a long-haired suede, as you can see, leather interior, and then almost like a felt midsole. Very exotic. Whenever you have a sneaker that's one color, and I've talked about this before, using different materials can really add some depth and kind of bring them to life. And the details on these are even more dope. KAWS on the back of the tongue, Air Jordan flipped upside down on the other. You also got the KAWS hands stitched into the suede, and that's one of the coolest details on the entire sneaker. The two KAWS X's on top of the Air on the heel, really dope touch as well. Raised up Jumpman on the tongue. They just have a really lush, premium feel to them. Even the eyelet cage and the wings that are usually plastic on the Jordan 4 are a real buttery suede. They also have a glow-in-the-dark bottom, which I love, and again, you can see the KAWS hands underneath. I don't know, these are a 10 out of 10 for me. It's a sneaker I liked a lot initially, back when they first released, but they've just grown on me more and more and more. Like a wise man once said, if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, then it was meant to be. Buckets, that's how it goes, right?
Yeah.
He's talking about sneakers for sure.
No.
Okay. Here's the way I look at it now. I want to kind of always be consolidating to the sneakers that I love and not just like. If you tune in regularly, then you know how many sneakers come through the workshop. I mean, just look around. There's a lot of sneakers down here. We do a brand new video almost every single day. And we wear a lot of sneakers, but so many, I'd say most of them end up getting lost in the mix a little bit, especially because for me, if I love a sneaker, I don't want to wear it once and then put it back in the box, put it back on the shelf. I want to wear them a lot. So instead of having 7, 8, 9 pairs of Jordan retros that I'm barely gonna wear, you know what? Give me this one pair and I'm good with that. I think more and more, that's kind of the way that I'm moving. Also, telling myself that makes stomaching a purchase like this a little bit easier. A little bit. Buckets, scale of 1 to 10, what's your thought on these?
8.
Okay. Buckets, he's the anti-hype beast. To me, these are a 10 out of 10. Let us know how you feel. How do you feel about this sneaker specifically? What's the most you've ever spent on a Jordan sneaker? Or what is the most expensive Jordan sneaker in your entire collection? You know, your favorite Jordan. Let's put this out there. Your favorite Jordan sneaker, the last pair in your size on planet Earth. How much are you spending for that sneaker? Like, what is your max out? The ceiling is the roof, top of the line. What is it? What is that number? Leave a comment below and let us know. Always love to hear from you. Thank you for watching. You are very, very appreciated. We will be back tomorrow, mañana. Same time, same place, right here at the workshop with a brand new video for your head top. Adios.